Hello and welcome back. This is our creative world where we are trying to build a 10k a minute science pack site. We are partway through building green. Well, we're at the point where we've built it basically and we're now snagging it. So the next bit of work to do is to set up the there we are, is to set up the station which is going to take the science away to the pretend labs. Okay, let's take that away and take away this extra rail. Is this actually needed? What's... No, it's not. Great. So this is the point at which everything starts to become quite real. Now, I've been into the red science pack world and I have blueprinted out the station that takes the results off to the pseudo lab. So this is what we're going to try and place down here. And of course it doesn't quite fit, but that's not a problem. So we want this to go down about there, I think, roughly central. We could go there. That's obviously not central, so we'll do that. As you can see, the chests are where the roboports are. That's not a problem. Okay. So this Science Pack 1, 2 out. We want to call this Science Pack 2 out. Yep. And this is a double-headed train with 4 carriages in the middle, is it? Let's go over here and check. Yeah, it's a 141 train. So let's build it. 1, 4, 1. Right, I've got damage. Where's that coming from? Down there. Let's fix this. There we are. Deaded. And let me just set the timer, because otherwise I will just carry on recording and we'll end up with another 1 hour long session that everybody hates us for. Okay, so we need some defenses there. Where's that coming from? Down here somewhere. Okay, so we clearly don't have enough artillery range. Artillery range, let's research that. And let's do range again. Okay. There are some shots being fired off now. That should solve our biter problem for a little while. So these are presumably the ones that were causing the trouble down here. Yeah. When it's ended research, it flashes. It continues flashing forever until you actually go into the research tab, which is really annoying. Anyway, that's going to go ahead, blat all those things, solve them as a problem. This is my little artillery setup. So there's a creative mode chest here, which is just duplicating shells. Feeds 4 of these things. They have their own power, their own substation. Okay. Where were we? Okay, this train. This is what we were setting up. So we have 4 carriages. So... And each carriage needs 2 inserters, because we need, I think, 7 inserters in total. So, 1. And we will blueprint this, because life is short. 1. 2. 3. 4. And these need to request... Oh, I've done provider chests. Try again. Okay, and these need to request Science Pack 2. Let's request 2,000 for now. I think we can fit 8,000. No, we need at least 4,000 in here, don't we? To be able to fill a train, we need 4 rows between 2 chests. So that's 2 rows per chest. So that's, yeah. So 4,000 is how many we need in each box to be able to fill a carriage. Yeah, that's fine. That's set. Then we need to put some fuel in this. Great. So they are now fueled, and the schedule here is Science Pack 2 out, inventory full, labs inventory empty. Okay, and we can set up a duplicate of that train. Copy, paste, automatic. Wonderful. Okay, now this is the build we onlined last time, and it looks a bit wrong to me. So let's have a look. Okay, so we don't need many Logibots. The issue here is a lot of these things seem to be idle. Let's look at our production. So our production of plates is 6.5k. It needs to be 7.1. It needs to be the same as circuits. Well, it needs to be the same as arms, basically. So this and this need to be the same number. And this is definitely not the same number. So let's go down to a plate machine and find out what is wrong. Iron plates. Okay. It seems like iron plates are not... This is just weird. So it seems like iron plates are not being retrieved from up here. I have never seen anything like that. But anyway, let's do a speed check for the whole thing. Okay. Stack filter inserters. So we are supplying 10.5 stack inserters worth of ore. But we have 8 carriages, each with 1 inserter. So we need to make these doubled up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have enough ore being offered. Normally you see things like this when chests have not been capped. So let's have a look. That's definitely capped, and that's capped. That's just strange. Let's do the whole thing again, including the belts. Okay. We have how many belt machines? 1, 2, 3, 4 belt machines. But it reckons each belt machine It reckons we're outputting 5 stack inserters worth of belts. Okay. That is a little bit strange. Let's go down and find an individual belt machine. Okay, so this actually outputs more than one. This outputs more than one stack inserters worth of product. So to get this to run at full speed, we need 2 outputs. Okay, this is going to need fixing later on. Okay, so now we are outputting 2 boxes worth of output. Okay, so this now appears to be running full time. Yep, that's running full time. So all I can think is that I have massively miscalculated. Right, let's try again. This is why we test things, because adding things up can go wrong. Okay. So this was complaining that a couple of smelters had no recipes. And it reckons we have 35 extra smelters. So that's 17. I could take the whole back row off. Okay, how many smelters do we have total in this build? In total, we have 79. And it reckons we have 35 too many. 69, 59, 49, 44. So it reckons we need 44 of them. Okay, so this gives us 28, 45. Okay, I'm going to blueprint this, and we are going to see if it is actually telling the truth. Because if it is, we can really shrink down this build, take the edges off, which would be wonderful. Okay, so we could also have less inserters on the train. Yeah, the whole thing would be better if we could shrink this. Okay, so let's just check. Yeah, this is producing more than enough belts. It's hitting our 7.2 requirement easily. Okay. So, it reckons I can take off the whole of this back row. Do I want to do that? I would rather make the whole build narrower. So I would rather take off 3, 6, 3, 5, sorry. 8, 10. Right, I will tidy that up later. That means that I can lose that, and that, and that, and that. Okay, so this should still be well within capacity. So this has 69 assemblers. We have 40 extra. How did I calculate this so incredibly wrong? Okay, right, so we can take off these. 3, 6, 9, 6, 8, 10. Check we are still... Yep, our production is unaltered. Great, so can we... Yep, we can lose those and those. That and that. Okay. We have 14 excess smelters now, apparently. I reckon at some point I doubled up the numbers. So we can lose another 10. So 3, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Okay. So now we do need these because these cover the belt machines. Yep. I don't know if you saw that. This Roboport here covers this belt machine. Okay, so we still have some smelters idling, which is not that surprising because I think we still are overproducing by 5 machines. And that's if the gears machines were working flat out, and I think we have some extra capacity on the gear machines. Okay, so at the moment the top and the bottom builds are offset. This is 11 machines, which is about perfect. So we could cut that down to 10. That would take 3 machines out, 3 smelters. We need to take out, we can take out 5. Possibly we can take out 6. Right, let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could take out part of the back row. We can't make this any narrower. Okay, let's take out those 2 and those 2. Okay. We can still take out 3 more machines. Let's take out 2 more on the back row, because they're the ones where it has to move the furthest. Is this still running? Yeah, this is still running at 8.4. It only needs to run at 7.2. How's this looking? Yep, still stably at 8.4. Okay, let's take out 2 more smelters from the back row. So 1, 2. We are still stably at 8.4, are we? Yep. And it still looks like those back smelters are not really being used. Okay, let's blueprint them. And take them out entirely. Just take out this back row. Okay. So this is still running at 8.4. .3. Okay. So I reckon we might be able to take out some additional smelters and still keep this thing running. Right, which ones? Well, I like the ones down here by the gear machines, so I want to take things out from the top first. Okay, so let's take out that one and that one. I'm hoping this isn't running off some massive buffers somewhere that are going to crash when I'm not looking. Okay, let's have a look. So that's definitely going in and being used. That's requesting gears. It's producing, sorry, it's requesting plates, it's producing gears. This is running at full speed. Now all the green lights are on all of the furnaces, which is a good sign. Okay, we're still producing belts at 8.4. And there's no creative mode chicanery here. We're not actually injecting any belts from a creative source, so it's definitely smelting fast enough. Okay, let's take out this one and this one. In a minute we will take out something too much and the performance will fall off. Okay, we're still at 8.3. Okay. This is perplexing that we've ended up with such a massive overbuild. Okay, let's take a blueprint of this back row. I'm going to delete the whole back row. What I want to do is force something to be insufficient. Okay, this is kind of spooky. The belt production is still at 8.4. Okay, there are massive buffers here. Okay, so I need to halve this. It's got 1 minute supply. Which is... Okay, so now things should be falling off. There we are. Okay, that's better. Let's put this back on then. So what was happening was the request buffer here for the gears was so big that it was basically hiding that we weren't producing enough. Right, auto trash plates. Great, so now we can start adding in the smelters as needed to get us up to where we need to be. Right, let's grab that. That's the one we want. Okay, that's taking production up to 6 point something.
Yeah, just a second.
Okay, we're up to 25 minutes, so I'm going to stop here. We're just going to add in furnaces until this all balances out again. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll be back later and hopefully be able to finish this off without interruption. Bye-bye.